Brilliant. So Danny Flexen for Seconds Out. Delighted to be joined by trainer Mark Tibbs. Mark, how you doing?
Not bad, Dan. Not bad, mate. Holding up.
Out getting a bit of sun by the look of it.
No, I wish. I've been in the gym this morning and gone to pick my son up from school. He's in the park with the missus, and I'm just grabbing a bit of rest while I can.
Good stuff. We'll talk about your thriving stable in a minute, but just first of all, tell us what it feels like to have almost a completely different stable now than you had, say, a year ago.
Well, to be honest with you, I'm kind of building again, so to speak. I've had a lot of fighters around me that want to do this and want to do that, but because of the current situation with the government restrictions, it's been very, very difficult to get anyone into a training regime, so to speak. So what I have been doing is keeping my gym ticking over and trying to spot new talents and whatnot. But I'm excited about Johnny Fisher, the new heavyweight, and I've also linked up back with Billy Joe Saunders. So there's some there should be some news soon coming out.
Well, I think you've just made the news. I mean,
Yeah.
how did that come about?
Well, Bill contacted me a few weeks ago now. Might have been a couple of months ago, and we had a couple of sessions and whatnot, and then we just had a chat with what was going on regarding his career, and we're knuckling down now and hopefully getting ready for a date.
That's great stuff. So now you've got someone top level in the gym, world champion, experienced. He'll be a great person to have around the younger guys, you would think. James Hawley, Harvey Horn, and of course Johnny Fisher, who you just mentioned.
Yeah, he's going to be a great asset, and but he's the Billy Joe Saunders business is his business, and the Johnny Fisher's business is his business, and the Harvey Horn business, etc., etc. But it's always good to have someone like Billy Joe Saunders in the camp to make everyone feed off of, and hopefully that's what will happen.
You worked with Billy Joe before, of course, near the start of his, well, no, at the start of his pro career from his debut, alongside your dad. Has he changed at all since then? Is it going to be a different type of relationship these days?
Well, I was my dad's assistant back then, and my dad took Billy Joe Saunders from Southern Area champion right the way through to world champion.
Yep.
So, and I was there on the journey, and so I know Billy Joe, very, 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 very well, and he has matured in his thinking, and I really believe that we're going to bring something new to the table. There's not much there more to bring. He's a superb, talented boxer, but we will bring some other. Hopefully, we'll bring some a couple of more ingredients to the game, and it will be paramount in his work.
And it's a crucial stage of his career as well, isn't it? Because he's already a two-weight world champion, but he hasn't quite been able to nail down those big fights that people are going to remember long after he's retired. I guess that's what happens next.
Well, yeah, I hope so, because because we've worked so long with Billy Joe Saunders, I kind of followed his career even when him and my dad parted ways. But so I always kept my eye on him and took an interest in what he was doing, and very, very frustrated for him and for the fans at times, because he's a talent. He's a talent where no one's seen the best of him yet, and I really believe the best is yet to come. But I also say to Billy Joe, now listen, when you lose your youth, yeah, in any fighter or any athlete, when they lose their youth, it's like losing a member of your family, and it really is. So he's got a window there. His window right now is his best years, and is his business years, and he's got to really take advantage of that and really not not let him go by, so to speak, Dan, if you know what I mean, because he will definitely regret it if he does. But he's shown very, very good enthusiasm, very, very good hunger, and that winning mentality, which I've always seen in him, is still there, still very much there. And you know, he's a winner. He wants, if you want to have a game of cards or a flick a coin, he has to win. So that's good.
Yeah, but you're like that as well. So who wins then? It'd have to be a draw, would it?
No, but listen, it's hopefully we'll see. You know, we've got off to a good start, and it's exciting for sure.
And Johnny Fisher, I think we're all excited about him. Any idea when his debut's going to be? Has that been worked out?
Well, there's talk of him fighting in December. In December, and that's about right for me, to tell you the truth. To get to know him, to get to work with him, and try to bring his boxing IQ up, you know, to a level whereas I'm going to be happy in him having his debut. And we're in the process of doing that. Yeah, for sure. But no, I'm excited about him. But hopefully there's talks about him fighting in December.
And Harvey Horn, I know last time we spoke to you, he didn't have a promotional guidance behind him at the time. Anything changed in that regard? Has anyone picked him up?
Well, last time I spoke to him, he was with a firm called Wasabi Media or something like that. But they're very well known, and they're managing him, and they was looking at working with some big promoters. So, but to be honest with you, I've been travelling a little bit, training the last couple of weeks, and I will touch base with Harvey at some point, probably this evening. Yeah.
And James Hawley, how excited are you about him? He's only 21, isn't he?
James, I'm really frustrated for James. He's only 21, but he's got big cojones, and he has got a real good boxing ability. And you don't have to tell him, don't have to encourage him to fight. He wants to fight, but he's a really good boxer, and he's only 21, I believe. But you know, he's got a meeting with the board very soon. He's waiting for a letter to sort out one or two things. But I'm hoping he can do the right thing, and I'll be able to start mixing him with good domestic fights. And I'm happy to do 50-50s with him at his level he's at, because I like him, and he's of that character where he welcomes that.
Without going into detail, presumably the board meeting is to do with the thing we saw on social media, the video or whatever, which I'm thinking is more down to naivety of youth than anything else.
Stupidity and like you say, naivety. You know, it's very unacceptable, and he realises that. But we've had him in and around certain people in the gym, because, you know, we are in and around certain people, and he's really matured, and he's really towed the line. And you know, I want him to toe the line and do the right thing. And it was a stupid thing he said, and we've all said them, you know, in the past, and we've all kicked ourselves from time to time.
Me more than most.
But, you know, you got to, you know, pick yourself up and do the right thing, and hopefully make things right.